In November of 1995, Pixar launched its first feature film and established a standard that would hold for 3 decades. The Pixar playbook was built on 2 rigid pillars, pushing computer graphics toward total photorealism and claiming the absolute center of the summer box office. This timeline shows the sheer scale of that dominance. For 30 years, the studio's financial health was tied to a predictable, mid-year release cycle that rarely missed its mark. But that unbroken streak created a trap. The studio became so reliant on this high-budget, realistic formula that it began to see diminishing returns as the Pixar look became the industry's default setting. In the last few years, audience tastes have undergone a sharp transition. The demand for hyper-realistic CGI has been replaced by an interest in something more expressive. While Pixar stayed the course, competitors found massive success by embracing painterly, non-traditional styles, shattering the idea that animation must look real. The foundational rules of the medium, the very physics of 3D lighting and texture, were being broken by a new wave of stylized films. This shift wasn't just a trend, it was a direct challenge to Pixar's long-standing monopoly on the high-end animation market. To stay relevant, the studio realized that producing another standard photorealistic summer blockbuster was a strategy that no longer worked. They had to disrupt their own rules. The first major evidence of this change is Gatto. It moves away from sweeping epics to the claustrophobic, narrow alleys of Venice. The story follows Nero, a black cat who is terrified of water, an immediate problem for anyone living in a city built on canals. Nero's life gets complicated when he falls into debt with Rocco, a large, intimidating feline mob boss who runs the city's underground. Mark Ruffalo provides the voice for Nero, capturing the frantic energy of a cat trying to navigate a city that is literally his greatest nightmare. Opposite him, Lawrence Fishburne plays Rocco, an antagonist who is as intimidating as he is sophisticated. We see their chemistry in an interrogation, where a search for missing tuna is derailed because both cats can't stop staring at a swinging light bulb. This focus on absurd, dialogue-heavy humor is replacing the studio's traditional reliance on technical scale. Director Enrico Casarosa, known for the warm, textured world of Luca, is leading this visual departure. For this film, Pixar developed a visual style they're calling a living painting. The technique involves flattening the camera's perspective and using visible brushstrokes and hand-painted textures on 3D models, making the movie look like a 2D storybook. By choosing this look, the studio is walking away from the photorealism they spent 30 years pioneering, signaling a total change in their artistic philosophy. Pixar is also changing its business model by moving the release to March 5, 2027, abandoning the summer blockbuster window. This timeline shows why. June 2027 is crowded with massive releases, including Sony's Beyond the Spider-Verse. By sliding into March, Pixar avoids a direct collision. It's a strategy they already tested with their film Hoppers, proving they can find a massive audience without summer heat. Shifting the release schedule is a vital act of risk mitigation, ensuring the creative pivot isn't buried by summer competition. This pivot suggests a studio that has regained its corporate confidence by leaning into uncertainty. Chief Creative Officer Pete Docter is steering the studio toward a future where the look is secondary to the artist's intent. They are moving toward a landscape where expressive, handcrafted visuals are more valuable than how accurately a computer can simulate hair or water. By walking away from the formula that built their reputation, the studio is adapting to a theater environment that no longer rewards the status quo.